In this video, I'm going to show you what you need to fix first before hiring the sales people. So the real problem most founders experience is that sales feels unpredictable. Some months work and some months doesn't work. Hiring salespeople doesn't solve the conversion or messaging problems. It's just increases the number of problems that your company currently has. Marketing generates the traffic but not qualified or ready buyers. You start attracting people who are actually not your ideal client profile, and this is not ideal for you because you, first of all, you don't want to work with those people, or secondly, you can't make them successful as well. So you try different channels but results are inconsistent because you didn't work on the main strategy, which is a business strategy in this case, and that's why this causes this problem. So you try different channels but results are inconsistent. You build funnels, run ads, post content, but you feel still stuck because it's not efficient, and I'm gonna deep dive on that and show you what can be actual reason for this, because there is no deep sales structure and it's underneath it all. So if we look at the three layers of the sales strategy, we will see that it's starting with the business strategy, which is the core of that, and this has the offer, pain points, value proposition, ICP, and many other points. So before starting and doing the sales outreach, creating the content, and starting working on all these strategies, it's really important to look what is actually your value proposition, what is your target audience, who you are talking to, who are those people, and what kind of problems they have, what is the big promise that you are giving to them. Once it's solved, the second level is positioning strategy. What is your competitive advantage? Why you? And what is differentiating you in the market? What are your unique selling points and values, and etc. And only then start doing the sales strategy, which is outreach, content, multi-channel strategy, and pitch, and etc. Okay, we're gonna deep dive on this a little bit more in detail. So what most founders focus on first, they are starting doing LinkedIn outreach, email, ads, cold call, all possible things without looking at the foundation. Writing content and sales script without foundation, chasing better conversion without fixing the offer. So the offer itself doesn't look irresistible, is not solving the problem of your ICP, and this is why people actually not buying from you. Chasing better conversion without fixing the offer. So before doing any outreach, it's better to look at the offer itself and how you are bringing the messaging that is actually attracting your ideal client profile. Creating funnels before understanding who they are for. The same problem, looking for quick wins instead of lasting growth. Quick wins are good for the short term, of course, but if you want to really scale in the long term and grow your company, it's better to start with the foundations and focus on the long term activities in general, jumping on execution before building the strategy. So these are the main issues. Why that doesn't work in the long term? Because sales strategy alone doesn't fix unclear positioning. No, if you are doing lots of outreach, if you are creating lots of ads and trying to bring lots of traffic, it's not going to solve because people it will just not buy. Messaging is confusing without defined ICP or offer because you don't understand the ICP well and their problems and what the offer that is actually solving that problem, which is the main reason why people go to competitors, why people look for other solutions on the market. Okay, so the pitch is weak if the foundation is missing. Hired salespeople fail without clarity and structure, and you burn cash on ads, outreach with low ROI because you don't. If you can't convert with the organic reach, if you can't convert with just the normal without paid ads, then this is already a sign that you need to work on back to basics and work on the very important points before doing the outreach. So where you need to actually start, you need to start with the business strategy, which is defining your offer, defining your value proposition and your positioning, and know what problem you are solving with your current offer. Get clear on ideal client profile, know what kind of problems they have, what are the worries they have, and what what is the desired outcome that they want to achieve. So understand your target audience pain and frustrations, craft your big promise and desired outcomes, create a strong simple value proposition, build personas to guide messaging and campaigns. So when you create different personas, you need to know how they are thinking, how they are living the life, and how they are perceiving all these problems and how they are solving it, which is actually helping you in the messaging and helping you in the offer side of things to understand what will be actually converting the best. Use your origin story to build the trust and connection. Even though you are doing the business, building the connection, becoming the relatable, like for example, sharing your some stories, personal stories that you also had these similar challenges, but how you solved these challenges and how you came to the next level, which is very relatable to those people, which they feel, okay, I was also at the same page before, and I'm also at this right now at this stage, and this person was at that stage before, and this person actually can help me out. Establish values that align with your audience. The same values and principles, they need to be aligned, otherwise the connection will be broken, the rapport will be broken. Define your USP, why they should choose you, why not someone else. And this is very important, because if you don't know why exactly you, then it will be really hard to convert them, because there are lots of other competitors, there are lots of players on the market that are trying to sell also the similar offers. And if you don't have clear unique selling point, this will cause actually lots of problems for you and will make selling only harder. Build messaging around the real buyer perception and not assumptions, because you know what kind of the buyer perceptions they have and how they're taking and how they're thinking, so you know how to convert them as well. This is foundation is everything. If you don't have this foundation, this everything else on top of that will be meaningless. So the second one is positioning strategy. So you need to clarify how you are different in your category. What is your positioning? What's making you different? And here it really helps when you do a little bit research, look at your competitors, look at your competitive advantage. Where are you stronger that you can highlight, that you can use in your positioning to be able to attract right people and solve their problems that your competition cannot solve as well as you do. Identify your competitive advantage, match positioning to your audience current frustrations. If you know their frustrations so well, the people will come to you, because if you understand them better than your competitors, they will buy from you. Okay, use social proof to build the trust. The same thing here. When you give examples of your clients that had similar issues, that had similar challenges, this will help you a lot, because people will feel relatable. They will feel that you already helped similar people and you will be able to help them as well. Refine your messaging to resonate with buyer identity. You need to know what kind of message you are going out to that will connect you with those people and will make them come to your appointment and eventually end up buying from you. Okay, use hooks, angles that speak to real pain. If you are always highlighting the pain, or if you are highlighting the real outcome, this will attract their attention, because it's exactly what they are looking for. Build your offer around outcomes, not features. Lots of sellers, they are doing mistake. They come and show all the features, all the buttons of the program, or they are showing all these small details, which is not important. Actually, people look always for the outcomes and result and solving their problem. That's why we focus on showing what you can achieve for them instead of focusing on the futures. Track KPI to understand what's working and why. This is important, especially if you have a team, you are managing a team, or you are in the early stage and you want to understand really what is working and what's not working, how to optimize everything, which can be in the lead generation. It can be, for example, how many outreach messages you sent and how many of them showing positive reply rate, how many of them booking appointment, show up, and eventually end up buying from you. Or the same thing can be in the closing side of things, where you can look, okay, what is the show up rate for the closing call, and how long is the closing call done? How much is your closer speaking in the call, speaking more than the prospect or other way around, and etc. And what is the, of course, closing rate? This is important because you will know what exactly to improve. Communicate clearly across the channels with aligned voice and tone. If your voice and tone is not similar across the channels, it doesn't look authentic. That's why it is really crucial that it's mandatory, I would say, that your voice is matching everywhere, that it feels that you are translating the message, you are transferring the message across all platforms. And the last strategy, which most of the entrepreneurs and business owners start, is the sales strategy, where you should do we really like other way around and start with the foundation and only then start working on the sales strategy, which is choose the right channels to reach your audience. If your audience is on, let's say, on LinkedIn, and you are trying to reaching out them on Instagram, it makes no sense, because you will end up not actually converting your ideal clients. So what is really important to understand, where is your ideal client profile spending most of the time, and where you should produce your content, where you should reach out to them. Use multi-channel strategy, which is LinkedIn, email, cold calls, and content, ads, and etc. Create content that moves people closer to the decision. Content in that case can be also digital assets, where you are educating the people and building the trust with them. Train reps to spot buying signals and lead intent. Understanding what is the buying intent, why they are coming to the call, is clearly because of the pain. And if you understand the pain well, you will be able to convert them as well. So then use clear pitch structures to tie real positioning, and align your tone of voice with audience expectations, so they know that you can actually help them and not over promising them. Measure conversion rate, channel effectiveness, and funnel drop-offs. These are the very important steps before even going to the next levels. And if you want to be successful at the layer 3, you need to look at the layer 1 and 2 beforehand. So what happens if you skip layer 1 and 2? Sales feels like a guesswork. Nothing works consistently. You attract the wrong audience with the wrong messages. Good salespeople underperform because the offer and many other problems are there and not solved yet. Ads burn cash with no return because you are scaling problematic system already, which is not converting well. You waste time optimizing tactics that are fundamentally misaligned and not working. Founders get frustrated and keep switching strategies because they think the problem is in strategy, but actually the problem in the groundwork. What successful teams do instead, what successful business owners do instead, they start by defining the business and offer strategy. They build a clear positioning that resonates with the market, then apply tactical sales strategies that actually converts on different channels, and then train teams based on foundation, not templates. They know what is the foundation work, they already have done the homework, and they know how to actually talk to people, how to actually talk to ideal client profile and solve their problems. Track the data to improve every layer. So this is very important if you are looking for scaling, if you're looking to grow your company consistently in a long term. You need to do this groundwork and only then start scaling. So if you like this video, please feel free to subscribe to my channel for more business and sales education.